What's going on, Madman fam? It's your boy Wisco Madman, as always, coming at you with another one. This one about DC wanting to become its own state. So, Washington, D.C.'s land, originally donated by Maryland and Virginia, now wants to become its own state. Around 700,000 people in population, and the honest truth is, I don't agree. Just be plain and simple. I really don't agree. My mom's lived there for over 20 years, and I've been there plenty of times, know quite a bit about DC. I've done a lot of the monuments and the history and all those sorts of things. Very interesting city. To be quite honest with you, not a very fun city to go to for me anymore. Not a big fan of the East Coast vibe myself. Prefer my West Coast vibe a little bit more, or Western vibe a little bit more. But back to the politics of it, back to the wanting to be its own state. Now, in my opinion, I think that it should stay the way it is, but, people want to have more representation. Taxation without representation has been the big thing in DC for decades. Their license plates say it. It's almost like the government's toting that they've screwed the people as the people feel. Now, to be quite honest with you, I think it would be fair for most of it to go back to Maryland and Virginia, retrospectively to whatever the land was originally. I don't believe this is a case where we need to create statehood out of it. I think it just needs to go back to where it was. That's not because I take some sort of conservative view on it. I just think that's the simple answer to it. If you want your representation, you go back to the states that you originated from. I understand the citizens did not originate from said states because it's been so long. However, the land did. Another idea that's been floated and voted down in previous times, this is the problem that's been happening, is they've tried to send it back to Maryland, I believe, and I think they've tried to send it back to Virginia as well, as I said, which pieces were already there. But it's been voted down, and the residents of each prospective state also don't want that happening because they feel that it would manipulate their politics and whatnot. I understand the complaints there. I guess I'm solely taking the view from the residents of DC itself and trying to solve the particular gripe or complaint. And yeah, like I said, my opinion would be to stay as it is, but if we're going to solve the gripe, then we would send the Virginia portion back to Virginia, the Maryland portion back to Maryland, and in order to solve what the original founding forefathers had considered as a potential problem, which is DC being controlled by any particular state government, the federal government buildings being controlled by state governments. And to solve that, what's been proposed in the past is simply to take the Supreme Court, the White House, the Capitol building, whatever federal buildings that are in play in DC, and continue to keep them, as DC. Now, I think that's a great idea. You want to avoid state control of the federal government, then you keep those buildings in their own jurisdiction. You have your little Capitol Hill area, your White House area, and then the rest goes to each prospective state. You have your representation, you get to pay your state taxes. I don't think they're going to benefit as much as they think they are, but I also don't agree with adding 2 more senators, adding additional Congress people. That we got enough in the mix the way it is. Keep Congress, keep the House, keep the Senate the way it is. Allow those people to vote in their prospective states. Problem solved. This has been Wisco Madman. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm sure there's plenty of you that disagree with me. Let me know. Share it. And I'll catch you on the next one.